I'm working in the New Perspectives for Microsoft Access 2010 textbook. I'm in Tutorial 7, and I'm going to modify a report in Layout View. I'm beginning on page AC 366. I have the contract report open. Okay, what we're looking at here, I'm going to go to Print Preview, is that the user of this report doesn't want any text to wrap, and also some of the text is not showing completely, doesn't want the picture, doesn't want the alternate back color, and so we're going to also wants to create some alignments. So we're going to go through and do some of those things. So I'll close Print Preview. I'll switch to Layout View. When you're creating or modifying a report in Access, use Layout View for all of your broad level changes, and then do the fine-tuning in Design View. So we'll start with Layout View, and we've been asked to change Customer ID to Cust ID, change Contract Num to Contract Number Sign, and to make these columns slightly shorter. Now we actually have a lot of space on this report. I'm going to go back to Print Preview. We have all the way out to the end of this gray line, so we don't have to make those columns that narrow. So I'm going to just make them slightly narrower. I'm not going to mess around with contract amount, because by the time I get millions in here, I'm going to need all this space. Contract type, I'm going to grab a hold of that column, and I can pull it all the way out to this dotted line you see out here. So I'll click on it and pull it out almost to the dotted line, but not quite. And I'll go ahead and save those changes. The next thing I've been asked to do is to delete the picture. So I'll just click on it and delete. And to remove the alternate row color, so I'll click on the first one here and go to Format, and if you don't have it selected just right, you'll see that the alternate row color is grayed out. So I'm going to go out into the border and try again to select it. That time I got it. No color. And now I know where I need to go, so I need to come out here, select, and remove the alternate row color, or just change it to no color is what they're asking. And I'll go ahead and save again. Next thing I've been asked is to add a grand total. This is very easy to do. I can either do it with the grouping down below, or I can go to Design and I can add it with the totals. First I select the column that I want to add, and if I'm going to use the Design tab, I have to do that. Then I'll go up to Totals, and I'm going to sum. Now what it does is it will add both a subtotal and it will add a grand total down at the end. Now you can see why I didn't resize that column too narrow. I could resize it a little bit, but you also see that it is a little bit too short. To resize it to fit, all I need to do is place my mouse pointer over the border until it becomes a double-headed pointer and double click, and it will resize it to fit. I'll go ahead and save. Now I've been asked to remove the subtotals. Clicking them and removing them will remove the subtotal. Trying to get a hold of the line, I might be able to get rid of the line, and there I did it. And let's do this again quickly. So I'm going to undo those two things so you can see how I did it. And I can pick any one of the subtotals. I clicked on it to select it, deleted it. The line's still there. I'll click on the line. Got to get a hold of the line and delete it. And it deleted not only the subtotal, but it deleted the line and it deleted that whole section. So that whole section is gone. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close my grouping and sorting down here. And let's see what else I need to do. I'm going to switch to Design View, and I want to make sure that my line comes all the way out to define my margin. So I'm going to click on the line. I'm going to hold down my Shift key and bring the line out. Now, even holding your Shift key down, see, it didn't even work that time. I'm going to undo it. Holding the Shift key down and bringing that line out. Sometimes you'll get a straight line. Sometimes you won't. If you happen to get a line that is not straight, go to the height. Let's see if I can actually make this into a not straight line. Go out to the height and change the height to 0, because the height of a straight line is 0. So that's how you take a crooked line and make it straight. And the other thing is I want to take the page number and I'm going to line it. So I selected the page number, held down my Shift key, and selected any one of the controls. In this case, I got the label. I'll go to Arrange, Sizing and Ordering, Align, Right, to bring the page number out. And I think we've accomplished all the steps. Let's print preview it. Not a particularly lovely report, but it was what we were asked for. And if we take a look at page AC 371 in our textbook, you see that we pretty much match the picture that you see in the book. Look at the bottom of the page. You see you're on page 6.